till you came and made me so happy. Like a child on Christmas Day. And I so anticipating. And I didn't know I could ever feel this way. Love songs are changing my heart. You brought me so much joy. Love song, yeah. Love song, the hopes of a girl and a boy. Let's give it up for Karen White and Babyface, baby. This is from old school stuff. Love song, love song, the change in my heart. You brought me so much joy. Love song, love song, the girl and the boy. Love song, yeah. Changing my heart. You brought me so much joy. Love song, yes. Love song, shows up the girl and the boy. Song changing my heart. You brought me so much joy. Love song, yeah. Song of hopes of a girl and a boy. Ooh, that's just that rhythm. You could just relax to. Love song has changed. Love song, yes. So what chances a girl and a boy until you came and made me happy like a child on Christmas Day. And I was so anticipating. And I didn't know I could ever feel this way. The love song, yes. Sorry. Sometimes I get, sped away into the past, and the rhythm gets me. You know, like rhythm is gonna get ya. Rhythm is gonna get you. You Christians know that rhythm is gonna get you. Boom! The rhythm. Anyway, how is everybody doing? We are going to go into part 2 of tonight's discussion. Yes, I already talked about those topics that were coming up. Yes, I want to know. I want to know. These are things to get challenged by. Not to be intimidated by, but to be challenged by. For our future. Our future generation. Now, I saw a debate today, and I love Roland Martin. You might be watching this because I follow you, and a lot of celebrities follow me. Some of them, you know, they don't really speak, but they watch me. I see them all in my story, and I'd be like, yay, you know. But, you know, it's that debate. I had copied it off of a friend's, and he page today, and I watched it. And let me say this, just for future reference. Roland, I love you, but please don't go out. I don't know what the deal is. I don't do media. I don't do radio. I don't do journaling. I think you do a good job at it. But in my opinion, you kind of have shifted over the years. I don't know if that's a part of, could be your I don't know, description, but I find that I just, a lot of these, okay, I won't even use you. I'll use someone else because I like you and I'm going to continue to watch your show. But what's a concern for me is that a lot of these black journalism used to really, y'all used to just roll straight. You used to just be real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you still are, but I'm wondering, have you shifted a little bit or tilted yourself just a little bit? Almost, because sometimes when you bring guests on the show that are trying, they're not, you run an interview on them and then it's like some of you, like for instance, okay, some of y'all don't like Don, the one from CNN. And I liked you when Roland Martin was on there because he just, he just flowed and he still does. But I'm noticing more and more like you guys are starting to be kind of like Sean Hannity. You know what I'm saying? When you give interviews and things and you want to come up with whatever, you guys start debating. You won't let the other person talk or get a word out. And I'm wondering at times, is that intentional? Are you is that on your job description to do that? To not let the information get out to the people? Because that guy, I wanted to hear what he got to say in spite of. See, we need to be careful. A lot of us keep on saying, F Kanye. I got into it today in a debate. And I want to hurry up and flow through this and get to my point. But I got into it. Well, I didn't get into it. The guy got into it with me. Sent for my request, okay? And then got upset because, he had a topic going on. And I jumped on it. And I did not disagree with him. I just added to it, some supplement that maybe he did not know. Maybe and it seemed like, okay, some of the followers or his agreeers or whatever started liking my comments because I was trying to teach something. I wasn't there to be right or wrong or who was going to get the last word. And I know sometimes we all as humans can get kind of like that on our own posts. Instead of just challenged or being challenged, we always feel we have to be the right because it's our page. And sometimes, I don't know. I don't care who's right or wrong. Long as you talk to me in a way of respect, you can be coming from an opposition. Just don't come on there, my page, disrespecting. Because if no one disrespected you, why would you disrespect because you were losing? You've made, a battle that I mean, he lost the battle. Let's just put it like that. Because he tried to override instead of just learning. Now, I wasn't trying to kick him in his ego. When he I don't know what that was about. I was just trying to teach him something they didn't know. And so I guess I bounced back to say again, while everybody keep on saying F Kanye, he's a Kanye, all because and you can feel that way. I mean, probably 89% of the black community is right now in an uproar about Kanye. But think about this. Why do we always follow the majority of where the masses is running? Just for example, we'll use Obama. Okay, everyone wanted to vote for him in the beginning. And I'll go ahead and raise my hand. I voted for him. And because I liked what his assessment was. I liked what his proposal was, what he had planned before it got alienated, and God knows probably whatever else he was able to do and what he couldn't do. I remember what he talked about before he was elected. And over time, I don't believe he changed it itself. I do believe when you get involved in politics, there's so much hidden from the community and the public that we don't know. And we think we know. So if they're saying one day that the sky is blue and we're going to pull it down because it's blue, and then maybe 9 months down the road, 18 months down the road, a year goes by, and they may be saying, well, the moon is turning a little purple. It may look a little yellow over there. I don't believe a lot of them. What I'm saying is a lot of people don't have any control over what they can and they can't do. And we know that that's right, because when the GOP had took over and the House became mostly Republican, we remember when, I can't remember his name off top, but every week, no matter what Obama proposed, they could not pass nothing. I mean, nothing. Nothing. Even if it was they wasn't having it. And then when the Pope came through, you all know who I'm talking about. When the Pope came, and then the dude was all teary-eyed. I think his name is Joe. How could I forget? I'm thinking antennas really aren't on for them tonight. But y'all know who I'm talking about, Boehner. He couldn't get nothing done. So I'm going back to you, Martin. When people come on your show, please let them talk so the community can have a decision. Because we feel when you override and talk over the people, then we are being somewhat undermined. We can't hear nothing. I don't care how our emotions are up. I'm noticing that. I'm noticing not just you, but a whole lot of a lot of, I wouldn't call them hosts off these shows, but commentators. A lot of y'all come on these shows and it's like you up in an uproar, and instead of, I'm not, I just want to hear what they got to say, because as long as y'all keep screaming, we're going to continue to undermine ourselves. And I will say it again. Of course, I don't follow Trump. I don't listen, but I'm starting to kind of listen. And I'm that type of person. I've always been. I'm not a conspiracist. Conspiracies, they do let me sleep good sometimes at night. They do, because I like to be challenged. I'm not the type that just because the whole world runs one direction and you see two other folks running the others, running just that opposite may be the one that saved my life. So hopefully you can pick up on that analogy. Just like all the stuff that happened back in the days. I have learned, done deep research, and I'm not talking about Google. I learned it right through my encyclopedias that came from Harvard and Boston, and go back to, of course, to the 17th, 16th century that I own in my library. I read a lot. And I learned so much that could be a threat. And it's already downloaded here. And it's shocking that we as a people are just behind. Just like with this economic development thing. We were not supposed to ever know how to read. I'm talking about the black community now. And I know, yes, I'm flowing here, flowing there. I'm not, stable sometimes when it comes to one mirror to the next, but it all kind of, crams together. And I'll have the right I can articulate this stuff, of course, when I'm written, when I'm, relaxed. I'm tired. I got a long day tomorrow. But real talk. I think that it baffles me sometimes how we are so quick. Our people are kind of, I don't know what the word is. It's almost like we just stay blinded. Like they kick us in an area where we're just blind completely until we decide to crawl up out of there and take the shades off and listen and learn. And our people are waking up. Oh, yes, they are. And I commend that. The church community is waking up. A lot have already been working up, woke up, But I mean, there's people that just don't know. They don't know. People that go in the military. Some are forced there, Some might have been drafted. You go over there on another part of the country, you don't even know what you're really fighting for. Some. I ain't saying all. And you come back and you still undermined it because you don't know, there's just some stuff that we weren't supposed to know. But I'm sorry. I am not, I like to dig and learn. I like to know. I like to know why 2 + 2 = 4, even though it's obviously 4. But why is it got to be 4 even though it's 4? I'm just one of those that will dive deep and know. So you got to excuse me. And when I really want to hear Kanye. I've talked to him before. Without y'all so many quick to jump up and scream, oh, F Kanye. He's a cone. He's a cone. Well, if you STFU for 5 minutes, 5 minutes, let me be that fly on the wall to hear what he got to say. Because I'm going to continue to tell it, and I'm going to tell it like it is. Something has to come good up out of that. Okay? I don't care how dumb and stupid he is that y'all saying. Yeah, he might be tilted a little bit, but something got to come up out of it. I don't think he's just all the way completely sold out to where, I mean, come on. And all of these folks that are sitting up there calling him these names, calling him all of this stuff and you working for a Greek society too, just like him. So how was you even any better? How was you even any better? Especially y'all that have signed on. You signed your life away on that thing to shut your mouth and not let so much come out. And come on, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about, because you do. So how was some of y'all any better that continue to just hush up and Kanye and this, that, and the other? Why don't you just let them speak sometimes? Like I said, we didn't agree with Reagan. We agreed with Jimmy Carter. But is there one president, you name one president, one that never had any flaws? Y'all keep on saying it's Roosevelt. Come on now. We talking about America, a country. I'm not going to go there. I'm just saying that it's always good to dive deeper. Dive a little bit deeper. If you still believe, like, you still believe that Jim Jones had really manipulated all of them people to go down there and just die like that all at once, all in black folks, you are really, it just goes to show how some of y'all are asleep. And I'm going to relate that now, change all that. Because right now, I know you're probably saying, where's your proof? Where's your proof? You ain't brought no receipts. Study for yourself. Put two and two together. I'm talking about all the stories from Manson on down to Patty Hearst, on down, on down, on down, on down. They might have all started out a certain way, but come on, a little later. Now, back over here. Okay, economic development. So many are undermined under that. But the beautiful thing about that is that we got the information, we know it. Some are, we're learned. Not, I'm learning it. But, it don't take much to just sit down and listen and learn. And something that can not only benefit the masses, why wouldn't you want to go and benefit the masses of our people? I am not understanding why people are comfortable with just having a business to maintain, and then, as long as you are settled, you're good. But driving out into a neighborhood where it's just basically, I wouldn't say, well, it's set together, but it's almost like praising all of these new gentrification itself. And anytime you even talking about your own people, well, you need to get up. And instead, what are you talking about? Do you really believe that just because some of the poor people are getting displaced, that you won't get displaced in your business and your organizations aren't going to get displaced in the future? If we don't build the infrastructure, if we don't build the industrial for our own people, do you really believe that? Think about it. And all you got to do is just drive around and look. Open your eyes. And why would you want to live somewhere outnumbered by a community that really don't look like you? I don't care how comfortable and suited and everything you feel. Do you know if you outnumbered by that company and that place, and you feel something, you just say you just have a conflict, or just say, you walking your dog in another community and someone pulls out their thing, like, does that ring a bell? Picking up the thing, and y'all ain't even picked up on that. All of that stuff plays into black economic development. Same situation with Travion, Mike Brown, Sandra Bland. If her car had been driven over in the right neighborhood, them cops wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have got away. Has anyone ever in your life heard of a cop just killing an Italian? Especially back in the Lucky Luciano days and the Gambino and Capone days. Even after that. Have you ever heard, even up to our generation, of an Italian getting shot up in their community? New York, East Coast, wherever you want to call it, shot. Have you ever heard of it? I'll wait. Have you heard of any Jew just getting shot like that? I'll wait. Any Irishmen? And you know why? You want to know why that is? Especially with the Italians, because they were under 5 families. You could not infiltrate that. When you are organized to that level of government, I'm talking about within your own people within your own community. You can't ride down. You can't come. There ain't no, you can't, no, 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 no. Y'all seen Goodfellas, right? You saw when the mailman brought got that little boy in trouble. And when those bosses had found out that the mailman was snitching, what did they do? You know why they were able to do that? Because they had power. And you know where the power comes from? They had their own economic development system. Now, what's wrong? Now, I need you to really think about that. Let that sink in and really let's ask ourselves. And it's nobody's fault because we were bamboozled. Our leaders were killed who wanted the information to float to ours. And it was never meant to be. We were, but why are we? The question is, we're here today. Let's forget about yesterday. Let's think about tomorrow. Why aren't we doing anything about that? You mean to tell me a little bit of crumbs is worth shutting up and just watching our people? See, some of y'all still can't even connect the dots where I'm coming from because it all plays in like a game of chess. And you don't see the inside. A lot of y'all do, and a lot of y'all already know, but you're still like, I don't care because as long as my livelihood is good, F-U-C-K to the rest. And then you wonder why we dying out in numbers. And yet we screaming, oh, Shay, Black Power. Really? How's that? I know it's in us, in our spirit, in our skin. But what about what our ancestors have worked hard for? I don't understand. And I don't understand it. What I don't understand is why we as a people will continue to allow this to happen. Everyone else seems to be doing good. The Asians are doing good in their market. And you think they're going to come up in your little business and buy a cup of coffee, buy a shirt, or spend with you? Whatever it is you got, you think they're going to come spend with you? No. And it ain't because you somebody black. So get that thinking out your head. They're not racist towards you. They're not racist towards you. They just they're just smart. They're smart enough to know that their economic development system is going to be set and planned and continued till the rest of life because they're setting it up like that. But if we went full war in combat with them, instead of letting them smack us all around and run us over, and it ain't just in the little hair shops either. It's y'all, it's all of us, not setting up our own economic development, period. With our own economic development, we would have our own shops and everything else. Not just I'm talking about secured, not just sitting there where it can just get knocked over where the rest of the developers and the buildings are going to come and just knock it over like it's just a little old bouncing ball in the way. So I'm going to be talking about it. And like I said, y'all better get it. Y'all better feel me. You better get on this organizational development, market development, product development, business development, workforce. Quit falling under one family. Quit falling under one family. One family is not going to save nobody. Okay? That's why we're not being saved now, because we're only under one, maybe two, not even two. But we going to get there regional. And even if we got to go above some heads, we got to do that because y'all ain't getting the point. Our ancestors are crying out. The blood is being shed. They scratching. They're here. They're speaking. And they're saying, If y'all don't get up off your butts and get this economic development and let this teacher here, the walking genius, that's right, the walking encyclopedia, and you just come to this academy and learn it from probably one of the last brothers left to spill the wealth. We have to, it's our duty to make it up, to answer, and to fulfill those goals of our ancestors, or we will pay. Now, I don't want to hear no more of this, Black Power. We're going to hear it, but I would like to see it in action. Now, y'all talk about this as a call for action. Well, let's get it done, because without this, you see this big, without this stuff being set up, rebuilt, without the people, all we need is this willing people. Okay? Come learn and listen in. Come just listen in. I dare some of y'all to just come call Mr. Stewart. There's his number right on the website, www.realworld.eda.com. You see him posting it all over. You see me promoting it. Get into it. If you can't talk to me, talk to him. But don't run from it, because when you run from it, it's like you're running from your own soul. I don't need to even talk no more. I went over 30 minutes. There will be another time. And thanks for listening. You guys, I know it seems, like I said, that I'm kind of shifting off a little bit, but the reality is, once you learn economic development, it's kind of like you're so far too deep in it, you can't get out. You can't. Your mind can't get out of it. It's just wrapped there. And it's a good thing, though, because it's not like you're wrapped into something like that's written in Chinese, Greek, something that you can't follow up on. It's something that, because it teaches you about history, and you fall right here in the future where we're at. And is more, is a lot more, and the power is right there. You just say, boom, man, if I could just get 10 more people, woo, we be some soldiers out here for real, really militant, really bad about it, real, where you can, you guys, as a matter of fact, you think when I walk up into places, when you see me, and I don't walk with my nose in the air. It's just natural. It's just, it's just, hey, this class has gave me more swag than that. I know how to, I don't boast on myself. It's just what it is. When you learn some information that's so powerful, and you can teach it, it's going to serve you. And that's another thing I meant to say. It's not even so much even about learning economic development. You're going to go so far in it. And then you yourself can wind up being a teacher and wind up benefiting and multiplying your riches and blessings, because not too many. You might be the only one having to teach. I'm talking about the high officials of Seattle, because they know. They're hearing about real world. Y'all know the people who I'm talking about. It's getting out there. And it's no longer becoming a threat, because they're realizing that we will need, it's vital to have this information in order to survive. Otherwise, we'll be begging and begging like little puppies. Can we live here? Can we park our place here? And they're going right back at you. No. Yes. Who would like to live like that? When we can be owning our own, have our own stuff. I know hey, I'm a teacher to people my way, and it will be articulated in another way once I get the cool, but the skill is there and we need to learn it. All of us need to learn the information so we'll be on one accord. Some of us are not going to listen and some ain't going to never know about it. That's, good. So with that being said, again, I am going to be talking about them other subjects that I said I was going to be talking about and challenging y'all. Um, you know, why are you following all of these other, you know, frats and things that our people had nothing to do with? And you really are pledging your lives away to that. How do you think your ancestors feel? I know that we're in union here. We have unions and, but what happened to our own African secret societies? Just let that sink in just for a little bit. With that being said, I busy. Talk to y'all next time. In the meantime, adios, arrivederci, ciao, bang. Good night.